It's now nearly 9 months since the DVLA clarified their guidelines on what external features they felt would help them to reclassify your van as a motor caravan. You can see my original video on all these features and the requirements in the video I created when they came out by clicking up here. In this video, I'm going to focus purely on the external appearance requirement and review some examples of vans that have passed, some that haven't, some extra information provided by the DVLA, and some tips to hopefully help you get your van reclassified. So keep watching. Don't miss any of our regular videos by hitting that subscribe button now. You can also check out our website at explorevan.uk for more details on our vans, trips and all the products we talk about. It's a myth that the DVLA are no longer classifying vans as motor caravans, as you'll see in some examples of successful applications shortly. However, they have got a lot stricter around the external appearance, so less are being approved. The COVID-19 pandemic has also meant that the DVLA has been pretty much closed for the last 3 to 4 months, so during these times it's unlikely many have been reclassified at all. However, as they open, I'm sure many of you want to get your application off. Reviewing all the DVLA documentation, speaking to owners that have had their vans reclassified since the new guidelines came in, some that have failed to have their vans changed, and the DVLA, I've put this video together with my latest interpretation of the guidance and also include some hopefully simple tips to help you get through this minefield. Let's take a quick look at the DVLA documentation. When it comes to the external appearance of your van, the only requirement is that the exterior looks like a motor caravan in traffic. Now, my interpretation of this is that from every angle you should be able to see distinguishing features that make the vehicle clearly a motor caravan rather than a van. The DVLA do give some guidelines, and notes they are guidelines, of what they would expect to see to make this judgment, which are 2 or more windows on at least one side of the main body, a separate door which provides access to the living accommodation of the vehicle, which excludes the driver and the passenger door, but a sliding door can count, motor caravan style graphics on both sides of the vehicle, an awning bar attached to either side of the vehicle, and a high top roof, which does not include a pop top. A common misconception is that to be reclassified as a motor caravan, you must satisfy all of these, but this is not what the documents say. On the DVLA checklist, they clearly say, expect to see a combination of these features. In response to a request of what specific features are required, the DVLA said, the external features now listed in the updated guidance on gov.uk are those which are associated with the outward appearance of a motorhome. They are what makes the vehicle readily identifiable in traffic. These features are not, however, meant to be prescriptive. The key factor is that the vehicle be easily identifiable as a motor caravan. The list provided is only intended to act as guidance and is not meant to be exhaustive or constraining. When dealing with an application, we must change the vehicle record to show the most suitable body type that is considered the most appropriate. We receive many requests to change a vehicle's body type to a motorhome, and these vehicles range in different shapes, sizes, and have various distinguishing features. It is for this reason we're unable to provide an exhaustive list of what we would expect to see on an application or provide exact requirements. In response to a request to detail how they determine if a van meets the external requirements, the DVLA's response was how a member of the public or the police would reasonably describe a vehicle when sighted on the road. Ultimately, the vehicle being presented must reasonably look like a motor caravan in traffic, and the DVLA will continue to consider each application received on this basis. Here are some examples of vehicles that have passed since the October 2019 change. If we look at these examples, some key features do stand out on some of them. Motorhome style windows, or 2 clearly separate bonded windows, all-round clear campervan graphics, articles such as bike racks or carry boxes on the rear, skylights, solar panels or TV antenna that are visible from many angles, and it may not be a coincidence that most of them are silver rather than white. Now, If we look at some of the vans that have not been able to be reclassified, some other key features stand out. Although the bonded windows may actually be two on the inside, on the outside some could easily look like one long window. From the front or rear, as they don't appear to have accessories like skylights, TV antenna, solar panels that are clear on the photos, it could be determined that the public could assume it to be just a van or a minibus from some angles. So, my advice is simple. When submitting your external pictures, make sure that you optimise the shooting angles to make sure that in each external shot from each side, the front and back, there are clear identifiers that make it clear that the vehicle is a motor caravan. This may be as simple as a slight change to the angle you took the photos. As some examples, here are some photos of Explore Van, some which probably would result in not being reclassified and some that hopefully would. Here you can see the picture on the left could easily be mistaken for a van. Just by changing the angle of the shot and the background, you can see more of the motor caravan features like solar panel, skylight and awning. I've also sneaked in the side window just to help. Similarly, at the back and sides, just a slight change of angle can make all the difference to the vehicle's appearance. To make it even easier for the assessor, use your covering letter to draw their attention to the external features that are visible. As well as your standard photos, you may want to include annotated photos to draw the assessor's eye to the features. At the end of the day, the requirement that it is recognisable as a motor caravan in traffic is subjective, and you may or may not be successful. My personal advice is don't sweat it. If you get rejected, there are plenty of insurance companies that are usually happy to insure your van as a van with windows. Just declare your modifications. Here are some examples. Just make sure you have suitable cover for the cost of your conversion and equipment. The DVLA clarify as follows: the allocation of the motor caravan body type does not provide vehicles with any additional benefits. It does not link to insurance cover, toll charges or speed restrictions. The Department of Transport has stated that if the keeper is satisfied that the vehicle meets the department's definition of a motor caravan, then it can be operated at speeds outlined on the gov.uk website, regardless of what it is in the body type field. Similarly, the Association of British Insurers agree that there should not be a link between body type, which is purely used to describe the external appearance of a vehicle in traffic, and insurance cover. The most important thing is to get out there and enjoy your van. I'd love to hear comments from anyone that has been successful or unsuccessful recently, if they're happy to share the pictures of their vans that they submitted, to help others understand what is and isn't being accepted. Anyway, good luck with your conversions, good luck with getting them reclassified if you want to, and keep watching our channel for more exciting videos coming up in the future.